I want to introduce you now to Mikey McCoy. His friends call him Mikey, so I'll call him Mikey as well, a former chief of staff. His first interview since the killing of his friend less than a week ago. Mikey, I hope you're doing okay. Long days ahead, and it takes a lot of courage to come on TV and talk about a friend who was as close to you as he was. I'll get to his legacy in a moment, but I think the story about how the two of you met is really is fun. You were driving him to the airport. He was speaking at your dad's church, and you said, I'm thinking about going to college. And he said, don't go to college. Why was that?
Charlie had a knack of telling you what to do, not asking you. And so the first time I met Charlie, I drove him and his then girlfriend, Erica, to the airport. And he grilled me on Aristotle, American history, Plato. And when I dropped him off at his terminal, he gets out of the car. He goes, I don't want you to go to college. I want you to come work for me at Turning Point USA. So I took a day to think about it, and I did it. And the story's the same with his wife, Erica. When he met her for the first time, he was interviewing her, and he told her, he said, I don't want to hire you. I want to date you. And so it's the best 6 years of my life that I spent under the tutelage of Charlie and learning from him, gleaning from him.
Yeah, he said, how many states you've been to? And you said 2.
That's right.
Right?
Yeah,
and since then?
we're flying, Yeah, well, we were flying from Maine to New York. He looked at me and said, how many states have you been to? I said, well, I think 2. He said, well, I'm going to change that. I'm going to get you to all 50. And since then, Charlie got me to 48 states, 6 countries. It was the honor of my lifetime to travel with him and be with him.
I want you to listen to something here. I know it's hard because you were with him last Wednesday. In fact, I think you were just a few feet away from that assassin's bullet. Here is the DA in Utah County, Jeff Gray, talking last hour.
Roommate, why? Robinson, why did I do it? Roommate, yeah. Robinson, I had enough of his hatred. Some hate can't be negotiated out. If I am able to grab my rifle unseen, I will have left no evidence.
Some hate cannot be negotiated out. What do you think Charlie would say to that?
Well, the day that Charlie was martyred was the perfect example of the legacy that he lived. And the day he walked out to that crowd, there's a sea of thousands of students cheering his name. And he was doing what he loved. He was throwing out MAGA hats, answering questions, proclaiming the name of Jesus Christ. And I guess the gospel is a hard message to receive to some people, where messages sent like that back and forth to a lover, to a friend, or something like that on a group thread somehow offend you. And it's hard to listen to, but Charlie built Turning Point USA to help fight for the youth of America. And he set out with nobody showing up to our events and ended with tens of thousands of students showing up to our events. So his mission is staying alive. His work is going to continue. And the truth offends people, Bill.
Yeah. You just heard Lauren's report about the popularity for Turning Point. Yeah. Where does that go? Who is the leader or leaders? What is the legacy as you're able to try and digest this, not even a week into it?
Yeah, Charlie always had a knack for choosing people, as Erica Kirk said in her message the other night to the nation, and he did. And the organization has leaders that Charlie handpicked to lead us and guide us, and he always had plans in case something happened. And this will continue to play out, and the public will see it soon. But we are committed to 10Xing, to growing the organization, to growing his legacy that he built. And as Erica said, to make sure that nobody forgets the name Charlie Kirk. Mm-hmm. And his book, on our flight to Korea last week, I gave him the book, and he had just finalized Stop in the Name of God. And so it's on sale right now. Wow. It's coming out. Wow. It's his final.
You have 5 more days to plan this memorial for Sunday.
Yeah.
What do you think the American people are going to hear then?
Yeah, it's expected to be a packed house. We're holding it at State Farm Stadium here in Arizona. And everybody's flying out for this. 7 days to plan an event like this seemed impossible, but everybody's working to make sure that we honor Charlie. And you're going to see that from stage. Speakers from the administration coming out, friends, family, loved ones coming out to speak and talk about him, the legacy that he lived, and that's going to continue.
Oh. Michael McCoy, Thank you, Mikey.
Thank you very much.
You've got 2 more states, all right? You got to get there, all right? Do
gotta
it for
get there.
Charlie.
I will.
Thank you, and good luck on Sunday.
Thank you. God bless you.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.